This is ANN News Brief.
Good afternoon. I'm Lucy Adeyemi. The Nigerian government has urged traditional leaders and monarchs to change their negative psyche and help stop misinformation about COVID-19 vaccine. Secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, made the plea on Thursday during a sensitization program on COVID-19 vaccines for Muslim scholars and imams in Nigeria. He was reacting to an earlier comment by the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, that the administration of COVID-19 vaccine should not be by force. Mustafa, also the chairman of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, said much misinformation about COVID-19 is currently being circulated through various mass and traditional channels. He said traditional leaders who are custodians of the people's culture and values should guide the people aright and endeavor to verify any information that cannot be linked to any credible source. On Thursday night, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, reported 864 new coronavirus infections in the country, bringing the total number to 127,024 cases, including 1,547 deaths. 100,853 persons have been discharged. Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, is warning against the use of unauthorized or parasite drugs to treat coronavirus. Africa CDC Director John Ikengasong has identified anti-parasite drug ivermectin and has advised against its use to combat COVID-19. The medicine is being hailed in some quarters as a wonder drug in fighting the virus. Some doctors claim it is effective in alleviating the suffering of patients who have contracted COVID-19. But John Ikengasong says it is only officially approved for use in treating parasitic diseases in humans and animals. Dr. Ikengasong cautioned doctors and said they should not use it as a COVID-19 remedy until clinical trials can prove its efficacy. It's South Africa's Free State University and the UK's Oxford University are conducting separate clinical trials to determine the drug's efficacy in treating COVID-19. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network, ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
The global coronavirus cases have surpassed 100 million as nations work to control and find cure to the virus. Many countries now struggle with the second wave, new COVID-19 variants, and vaccine shortages. Reports show more than 1% of the world's population has now been infected with COVID-19. Authorities in 219 countries and territories have reported about 101.5 million COVID-19 cases. More than 2.2 million people have died since China reported its first cases to the World Health Organization in December 2019. The United States, India, Brazil, Russia, and the United Kingdom are worst affected. African countries have recorded 3.5 million cases and 85,000 deaths. South Africa has the chunk of the infections in Africa, with nearly 1.5 million cases and 43,100 fatalities. The South African new variant is 50% more infectious and has been detected in at least 20 countries. Germany has banned travels from South Africa, and the UK has added Rwanda and Burundi to its travel ban list. That is ANN News Brief at 1. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.